how's everybody's holidays been?
I throwed up.
You throwed up?
I got really sick and threw up.
Like flu or like I party too hard?
It wasn't I partied too hard. And I want to say flu, but I got over it really fast. But my mother-in-law did give me some hippie drugs and was like, take these. You'll feel better. And I was
Were
like,
they
okay.
little and yellow and different?
They said Percocet. They were, she said they were like zinc and magnesium or something. I don't know. So,
Sweet.
But anyway, better now.
Did it work?
Yes-ish. I think it was just a quick little something anyway.
Better living through chemistry?
I throwed up the one time.
But I mean, one time is not.
No, it was for a couple minutes, but because I really needed to get.
Scale of 1 to 10, how is my hobo going? Is it getting pretty good?
It's not tended to, so I'd say it's getting out of control.
Are you
Thank you. Am I moving? You mean like out? You mean like down to Portland?
to Jersey?
Oh, no.
To Hoboken?
No, I just haven't. That was bad.
It was amazing is what it was.
The dad jokes aren't even dad jokes anymore. They're vaudevillian fucking joke book jokes.
It's going to get worse.
Good.
Can't wait.
It's the only way it can get.
Yeah, I just haven't worked in a while, so, you know.
Nice. That's good, though.
Why take care of yourself in any way, shape, or form? That's what I always say.
It's my motto.
We're almost into January.
January.
What do we got coming up this year? What's new? What are you gonna do? When do you have to go back to work? What's the score? When does school start again? Give me the rundown for everybody.
New year, new me.
New year, new evil. So excited.
Evil, you have a 2:00 shadow. I haven't seen that on you in quite a long
little
time.
scruff.
Yeah, going for the
like it.
The mid-'80s dangerous look.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. Don Johnson, gotta have faith.
Love it. You don't have a white suit on, though.
Not yet.
You have flannel on.
This smells really good.
The flannel?
The flannel is a deliberate choice for the episode because I have a thesis.
I like where your head's at. I do. What about school, Rach? When does school start back up?
The 12th of January.
How many credits are we doing?
It's the same. So I'm just taking one course during the 8-week periods.
At this rate,
if I keep up the good work, I will be done 1 year from today.
Wow. Taking one course a semester?
No, it's 2 courses a semester. It's just 8-week. So it's six classes a year. It's a 10 course degree.
Gotcha.
So it's 30 credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able
to going into 2026? Are we sad? Do we care?
I mean,
you guys just seem
could it get any
very
worse?
Unhappy in general right now. I don't know what I miss. I feel like fucking life has just been very unkind to you two.
No.
Great content, guys. Thanks for sharing.
How about you, David? How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
What are you doing?
I still have 8 days till I have to go back to work.
Dude, that rocks.
Yeah.
So why are you so fucking? Why do you look like somebody pissed in your cereal? Did somebody piss in your cereal this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Evil pissed in my cereal.
Life sucks, then you die. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
The way the world works. I'll share things. I don't care. My grandpa is on his way out. He's got probably about 48 hours. So hey.
Jeez.
Yeah. My mom is here. But we're probably going to have to, we might both have to catch an early flight just to, say what's up. This is a shitty age, guys, where just people around you, you go like for a long time if you're lucky without people dying. And then all of a sudden they just start popping off. It's really fucking dumb.
It's croak season.
It is croak season.
Season 6, we're going to bring the happiness every episode.
Hey, I'm actually, I tried.
Good cover. Good cover.
I tried.
Should we just talk about a good band?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about a good band.
We should.
Coming up on Verse Course, this might be our
Get your
worst
life
season
together.
yet. Coming up on Verse Course first, let's talk a little Gamma Ray. That is
Gamma Ray.
Next.
Gamma Ray.
Hi everybody. I am DL. Welcome to Verse Course First. It's lovely to have you here. We are 6 seasons in. We're going strong. With me.
Hold on, time out.
As often? I almost said as always, but that's not true.
I heard that as we are 60s and Zen.
We are 60s and Zen.
Yes.
We are a podcast now about Robert Plant and nothing else. With me, you heard him, is Evil Gamma Ray Jimmy. Evil, how are you?
Dude, that's probably the best nickname for me for this episode because of the context.
Gamma Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. Also with us, you heard her, also in a great mood and ready for season 6.
So excited.
Excuse me. Is Rachel, daughter of Caius Polio. Rachel, how are you doing today?
Good?
Okay.
Question mark.
Question.
Good. Did you take some bad drugs before the episode?
I feel like, no, I only took good drugs. I should probably take more good drugs.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of the lull of break. Like it's halfway through. And so now it's on the getting close back to work, even though work is still like a week away.
But man, you guys and
And this-
you guys just get in your own fucking way, huh?
Also, I feel like it was like party, nothing, slam into the wall of Queens of the Stone Age. And now it's like actual work to do
Okay.
right in the middle of break.
Rachel, how long have you known that we were going to do Queens of the Stone Age today?
I found out 2 days ago.
She's so full of fucking shit.
I don't get the schedule ahead of time like Evil does.
Also, again, full of shit. It's season 6. It's the first season. You heard it. No shockers here. We are going into season 6, dissecting Queens of the Stone Age.
Easing into it. Starting easy here.
We're starting
With every fucking album.
Hey, you've had 5 years, goddammit, okay? You've had 5 years to warm up for this, and we've done harder bands than this too, by the way.
This wasn't that hard.
It sounds like there's a challenge. It sounds like that may not be true to some.
I think with these guys, the challenge was I felt like I had to listen to every album fully versus other bands where we've kind of focused on either the catalog was smaller or we focused on a few. I didn't feel like I could only focus on the ones we're going to highlight in more detail. I felt like I had to listen to the whole thing.
Gotcha.
And asterisk
And more.
the fucking side projects. I feel like the Charlie from It's Always Sunny meme, like with the conspiracy theory shit behind me.
Yeah.
Because
It's a
it's
cigarette.
crazy.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, you may be similar to me in that, and I'll go first with Queens of the Stone Age. For me, it's always one of those bands that, if you asked me who like the top 3 to 5 coolest bands out there were, Queens of the
Yeah.
Stone Age would have been in my top 3.
Yeah.
However, I very rarely just pop Queens of the Stone Age on. Therefore, going into this, I didn't know about half their albums as good as I thought I did.
Really?
I
That
had to
surprises
study.
me.
I had to study them more because I was like, it's like we kind of talk about
Okay.
all the other times. I had in my head which album was there this album, what album was there this album, and then re-listening like, wait a minute, like I think I'm kind of fucking wrong about half these albums. So I did too. I kind of had to. I've been listening to them a lot for a month now. My family's done. My family's like, you gotta fucking stop listening to these guys. This is ridiculous. And I will say no.
I feel like I'll save some of that. This was fun for me
Yes,
because
it's
I've been
not a hard listen as a band.
There are 2 rock bands that, as going way back to when I like really kind of made the shift of starting to be more of a metalhead than a rock guy.
Creed.
Yes.
Nickelback.
With my arms wide open,
That was the next one.
yeah. Two rock bands that I think have been universally loved for metalheads since late 90s, early 2000s. Clutch and Queens of the Stone Age.
See, I thought you were gonna say Caius.
Well,
Which-
I would say Caius is closer to metal almost. It's like sludge metal.
I thought
Stoner
that's what you
rock.
said. I thought you said metal. Oh, you said rock. Okay.
So like metal fans accept these rock bands as like kind of universally
yes,
as like, they're
Very
not
much
metal,
agree.
but they fucking rock.
you don't hear. There's one sentence you don't hear is, who fucking sucks is Queens of the Stone Age.
Right.
You don't hear. You don't hear that.
No.
Rachel, what is as our resident, maybe don't listen to so much rock in my past,
Mhm.
what's your history with Queens and where do you stand presently?
I mean, I went to a concert last month.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Sorry.
where they were in. That's my history. I don't know that I'm sure I had heard them through osmosis, MTV, radio, whatever, in the early 2000s and just didn't clock who they were. But then, married a guy who is, I would say that it's between the Deftones and Queens as his favorite bands.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So
Those are, that guy's got
So
good
he really
taste.
doesn't like me after last season.
probably, I don't think he liked you after the first season.
Well, no, but we're going to keep.
But music-wise, yeah.
There's a staircase of Rachel's husband hate that I build every year.
It's like the Tower of Babel.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Well, hopefully I'll redeem a little bit because I am going to gush over Queens of the Stone Age for the next, 4 episodes, basically.
Yeah.
Because we've got, so we're doing the dissection. We're talking all Queens of the Stone Age this episode and part 2 in the next one. And then after that, we are doing a DL's 10 out of 10s of one of the Queens of the Stone Age albums, which is going to be a 2-parter. So we have plenty to go. I want to save that for later. But Rachel, we'll just, what's a good way not to spoil anything? Scale 1 to 10, where are you at after studying for Queens of the Stone Age as far as fandom?
Okay, so there are bands that are good recorded and suck live. And there's bands that are really good live and then suck recorded. And there's bands that are really good live and they're good recorded. And that's where they are. Seeing them live perform and then the way they performed with the instruments, with having the orchestra and the band brass woodwinds behind them.
Don't forget the strings.
And did I say orchestra? Whatever.
You did say orchestra.
Thank you, David. I don't want to say it's disappointing hearing it, but it's such a different sound. And I loved the live sound so much, and they were so good live, like so fucking good live. And it's nice to hear other stuff, and it's nice to hear them throughout, 2 decades of time. So I would say as of last month, around the 20th, I have become a decent fan of them. They're very good, very talented.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't listen to any of the preseason episodes, that's really lame. But also, Evil and I did do about 15 to 20 minutes on the concert that we saw in New Orleans. Rachel was there. Rachel's seen it. She was just as blown away as we are. The only comparison that I had, Rach, to walking into what we walked into was, in that episode, I akined it to, in whatever year that was, 2000, 2002 or something. There were people that walked into the theater and saw Blair Witch Project and had no idea. They didn't know what found footage was. They didn't know anything. And that's kind of how I felt in that concert. And looking at both of you, it was clear we were all absolutely fucking blown away.
I mean, we were stoked that we were going to go see Queens of the Stone Age. And then they started playing.
No idea what it was.
No.
My God.
We thought we were going to see the rockiest rock band that ever rocked.
Yeah. And
turns out
we did, but they were doing something completely different.
Yeah.
And amazing
a whole other level.
at the same time. Yeah.
Whole other level. Rach, one really amazing Christmas present I heard you got was the actual Catacombs concert. Did you watch it?
I did get it. No, best present probably I got. Honestly, like hands down, like even all the stuff for my husband like sucks in comparison. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, it's true.
We haven't watched it because I want to watch it with Trevor, because I feel like if I do it again, watch it again without him, I'll be mad again.
Well,
so
no,
let's find some time.
It was a little bit of a peace offering because this was another this was a big step in the staircase of DL hate is that that we went and saw Queens of the Stone Age without him in New Orleans. Which,
I was so
in our defense,
scared to tell him.
We had no idea that it was happening.
It was
no
unplanned.
idea.
No.
Like, honestly, it's so much to where if we would have known, I probably would have been like, you should probably bring him. He should probably go.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Should we talk about Josh Homme and whoever the fuck else he decides to bring in?
Yeah.
Well.
By the way, apologies. Up until about 2 weeks ago, I have called him Josh Homme.
Homme?
Well, he's like my homie, but his name is Josh Homme. So apologies for that.
Should write an essay about that.
We got to get to the most important part of the night. What are we drinking? Rach, are you exciting or boring today?
Somewhere in the middle.
All right, let's find out. What are you drinking?
I've got a 10-barrel brewing company, Moscow Mule.
Okay.
Wow.
Somewhere in the middle. lazy,
Is
but
10 barrel? Is that different than the ones you were drinking? What were you were drinking like a
White Russian, I think.
White
last time.
Russian.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's the same. It was the
Yeah.
same.
I would imagine a Moscow Mule has got to be fairly easy to do canned.
It's a little too sweet.
What?
Yeah, if you're
Honestly.
listening,
Put
that
some
was
whipped
not
cream
a
in
good
it.
face, man.
That's a good idea.
Did you
No,
say
it
put
tastes
some
like-
whipped cream in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their solution to
It
most
tastes like
drinks.
Yeah.
Sprite instead of ginger beer. Like,
Put
it
some
tastes
Buffalo
Like,
Trace in it.
Yeah.
probably have some. I can find some.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's not
got
bad.
the bottle that will never die. So a 10 barrel Moscow Mule
Yeah.
today.
Vodka with
I
natural
will go
flavors.
next.
Ooh, it's a 10.9.
I'm intrigued at what Evil's drinking because it was a lighter booze than I was expecting. It's usually something darker, so I'm intrigued to see what he has.
Well-
I am drinking
Yeah.
Cuba Libre.
Nice.
It's the season. It's rum. I have
Yeah.
not drank enough rum. I've been drinking a lot of champagne and a lot of tequila, actually, thanks to the eggnog this year, which is fucking
Yeah.
absurd.
It's ridiculous how good that is.
So opposite of you, Evil, there's not one person that I have served that to that wasn't like, this is the best fucking eggnog I've ever had.
Really.
And then when I tell them it's tequila, there's no fucking way that's tequila.
Right.
There's no
I'm gonna
fucking
make
way.
another batch with the tawny because I did mine with the Amontillado.
Go hang out with cool people and see what they think.
Well, I
That's
am
what
right
would
now.
say.
Oh.
Well, we love it. Rachel
Yeah.
would be totally into it too because it just tastes like a nutty milkshake.
Sugar, sugar,
That's
sugar.
what she said.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fucking so good.
Not even click.
Evil.
Good
What
one.
are you drinking?
So in kind of reading through stuff, I found a quote from one of the Royal Blood guys where he was talking about Josh and he was like hiding from him because he's like, if he finds me, he's going to make me do
Yes.
more tequila. And the way he said do more tequila,
Yeah.
like it's do a line of tequila. And I've been saving this bottle for a while because it's maybe fifth full. It's a Corazon Expression. It's an Añejo Corazon tequila aged in old Rip Van Winkle barrels.
Oh, shit.
And so, yeah, I'll be drinking this.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
I can't blow you up. That's a bummer.
Hold it by your face. Okay.
Rachel, I see
Tim.
you have your second favorite album of the year behind you.
I got it for Christmas. Boop, boop.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
fantastic.
Isn't that nice?
I see rated R. I'm much more impressed by that.
Wow. You guys
imagine?
are twins. It's like a
And
palindrome.
twins.
And twins. We
And I
gotta
do
bring
have-
back and twins.
I'm not sure if you can see because you can see one of them, I think, and I don't know how blurry I am to you guys, but I do
Janice?
have new patron saints behind me for the year.
Yeah, you do.
Who's
Can you
on
see who they
your
are?
left?
My left is the man that I realized that I'm the biggest fan ever of last year, who is Trent Reznor.
Okay. I can't see that one, but I can see Janice.
Who toured with these guys?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, lots of so many
6
the
degrees of
amount
Queens of
of
the Stone
people
Age.
that have
He's friends with
Played
a
a
lot
part-
of people.
in Queens of the Stone
My
Age.
God.
Yeah.
But Trent Trent, hey, he's up here for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a break. Let's talk about Queens of the
do
Stone
it.
Age. Rach, awesome shirt.
Thank you.
Evil, can you turn up just a smidge?
Just a smidge.
How's that? I smidged it.
Hi, everybody. We're back. We're going to talk some Queens of the Stone Age. We're very excited to do so. But first, we have to do the friendship test. Are we excited? We're so excited. And none of you are even going to find out until part 2. But that's the point. You guys have
You
to
have
tune
to listen
back
to both.
Cliffhanger.
back in and listen. What was the episode? We just did an episode that got resoundingly good feedback. And I don't know
Oh.
why that just made me think about it, but
Huh.
it did. Oh,
should
it was the What is Music? It was the plagiarism.
Really?
Our plagiarism talk was very popular. Really good feedback.
Good.
Which is funny because that was not one of our better episodes.
True.
We were awkwardly hoping that everything recorded with all of us either 10 to 68% hungover. So,
Yeah.
but they liked it. Maybe there's something about being in person. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of good feedback. So thank you for that. Rachel, what is Evil's favorite Queens of the Stone Age album and what is mine?
This was not easy
Yeah,
for
it is.
me.
It's so easy.
Okay. So Evil is between Songs for the Deaf and Rated R. It's one of
Duh.
those two.
Really putting yourself out there on that one.
It could be.
I'm just gonna go with Songs for the Deaf
All right.
for that one.
Wrong pick, but I respect it.
Or rated R. Okay. And then David. So there's two ways to think about this, is that there's one album that we're not covering at all.
Yeah.
And so is that your favorite because it's the best in your brain? Or is it your favorite because is it the one you picked for our 10 out of 10 because there's the most to talk about with it? So
I like to flip-flop.
I
So
know.
who knows?
So who knows? But I'm going to say yours is Songs for the Deaf as well.
It's a very good guess. It's a very good guess. Evil, what about you? What are our favorite albums?
I picked for use. I had the same issue Rachel did. I'm like, is he fucking with us by picking that album to focus on for one episode or not?
I
And
think he is.
honestly, it can almost be any of the albums.
It really
Maybe not
could.
any. It could be
It could be 4.
at least 5 of them.
Yes, I would not argue that.
So I
I will say, without a doubt, in band dissections, ranking these albums was the
Dude.
hardest thing I've
Dude.
ever had to do. In the
Hundo.
album section. Yeah.
I'm just going with, like, it's hard to beat Grohl on drums. So I'm going Songs for the Deaf for you. And for Rachel, I picked like Clockwork.
Like
That's what
clockwork.
Trevor picked too for me, which is why I'm covering that one.
She wants to keep her husband happy.
And that's kind of a cheat
Why
because
do I work here
know
then?
I know that she's kind of taking the lead on that one. Therefore, she probably listened to it a bit more. And I'm hoping there's some Stockholm syndrome
That's
going on there.
Smart.
That's a
That
really
is
good guess.
Smart.
That's some smart math.
That is so smart that I'm stealing from you. I am saying that hers is like Clockwork as well. Evil, yours, if it's not rated R, then something big happened when we studied, because you've talked about rated R a lot in the 5 years of this podcast. So if it's not rated R, then something happened when you studied to be like, oh, fuck, wait. Which happens. It happens.
That might have happened.
Stay tuned to find out. Why did I look over here? You guys aren't over here.
Camera's here.
Camera 1, camera 2.
There's no
Queens of... Shit, you're right.
just the one camera today.
Queens of the
Camera
Stone
one,
Age,
camera
ladies
one.
and gentlemen. Do we want to just read off some beta? Stats? Do you got anything? Or do you want me to cover this?
There's
How do
so
we want to
much.
start it?
There's a lot.
Should we just,
It's a spider web, man. We got to untangle this whole thing.
yeah. Should we just fly over camera, enter Palm Desert Beach, 1996, to a awkwardly, ginormously tall Josh Homme?
His
Is he
head's huge,
awkwardly
too.
tall? He does look tall, but is he awkwardly tall?
No, but I bet you at some point in his life he was. I bet
Yeah, that's true.
like when he was fucking 17.
Like
His,
he was
like
6'3"
first
at
growth
17.
spurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was young as shit when he
Very.
started
Yes.
work.
He was like 13, 14?
Yeah.
13.
Rach, you didn't answer that. Do you have anything, or do you want me to just go?
Go ahead. You do
Okay.
it.
So let's start with Caius.
Good place to start.
Caius breaks up in 55. For those of you that don't know Caius, that's very, very, don't worry. We're Pulp Fictioning this. Don't worry. I'm not done with Caius. Caius, which was Sons of Caius, which I found out, you fucking nerds, it's like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Evil, is that correct?
Fucking
I think
nerds.
so. Yeah.
Nerds. Typically in a podcast, the resident metalhead is also the nerd. So,
Resident Evil. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Resident Evil, speaking of nerds,
Oh my
'cause
god.
it's a video
Yep.
game. But Caius got, what's the word for how popular Caius got? Like,
Well, I did see a clip of Nirvana talking about them as the next big. Well,
Mm.
Chris and Dave were like, "Yeah, the next big thing in music is down in the desert, and it's Caius." Kurt's like, "What makes them so good?" So hilarious.
Wait.
sounds like Kurt.
Right.
Stoner rock was basically
stoner
kind
rock.
of stoner metal, stoner whatever. Caius was heavier than I don't know. Do you think Caius was heavier than any of the other stuff Hame did?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say.
So yeah, they're in what they kind of help coin it, right? Is this right? You're, as our metalhead, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong.
Boy, they definitely were pioneers in stoner rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Josh Homme hates, by the way. He hates
Yeah.
the expression stoner metal.
rock.
I don't know why. Why would you not embrace that? Why would you not embrace that and write a song that is just specifically drug names listed off?
Drugs are bad.
know?
Okay.
Cocaine. I did read one thing saying that was the whole reason he did that song, was they kept calling him stoner metal, so he just wrote a song that's talking
that's
about
funny.
drugs.
That
Yeah,
sounds
why
right.
not?
But I also read a thing that he woke up one morning so fucked up that he was listing in his head trying to remember why he was so fucked up. And he's like, oh, it's because I took ecstasy, marijuana, bleep, blah, bleep, blah, bleep, blah. That's good.
Nicotine, Valium, Vicodin.
Yeah. So Hame grows up in the desert in Palm Springs area, which if you've ever been, it's this super quirky,
Very
like,
otherworldly feel.
yes.
Yeah.
Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, you can totally see like, oh yeah, that's
Yep.
the Desert Palms. Like,
Yep.
absolutely. So it's really easy to see how he became this very artistic, unique. It's funny because you hear him talk and he's a very manly dude, but he has a bit of the gay lisp about him. He's an artsy dude.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like when he talks,
Oh, yeah.
it's a low as shit voice, but he's also he's kind of effeminate, and it throws me off in a good way. You know, I'm into it. But
he's like, as a character, he's the court jester.
yes,
He's
yes,
capable of like very serious, hard hitting stuff, but he's also kind of quirky, like circus freak.
He'd be a really good Joker in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
He's that kind of weird. He got a little bit jaded of the whole desert sessions. He also did the desert sessions, which have either of you listened to the desert sessions at all?
I didn't for this. I have listened to him previously.
Well, actually, that's a good Evil Caius. How big of a fan are you?
Pretty big fan. Blues for the Red Sun's great album. That's the one I'm the most familiar with. That's like 92, 3-ish, something like that. And then the one after it, Welcome to Sky Valley. So yes, I'm familiar with Caius.
I'm familiar, but I've never really sat down and
Well, yeah, I've sat and listened. Like, I'm going to listen to some Caius. I've done that before. It's not a regular in my rotation, but I do. Like, I'm going to listen to Caius.
So he leaves and he goes to Seattle, because who wasn't going to Seattle in this time and place? And then accounts are very up in the air of what happened next. As far as the only thing we know for sure is that he met Mark Lanigan, and those two officially became like the coolest fucking rock. They became the rock gods that will be forevermore, essentially. The only other person that I'd akin with them is maybe Dave Grohl, is, I don't know how to explain. The parallels between Hame and Grohl are in fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
But Grohl is a little more, maybe not intentionally, but maybe commercial, or I don't know what the right word is for that.
So,
yeah,
the flannel.
Yes.
My thesis is Queens of the Stone Age, with all apologies to Grohl and Foo Fighters. Queens of the Stone Age are the spiritual successors to the grunge movement.
Yeah.
They're not grunge. They are the heirs apparent to grunge, the grunge era, for many reasons.
I think that's very fitting, because one of the first things that Grohl, Jesus, it started. One of the first things that Hame did when he got to Seattle is meeting Mark Lanigan and, making friends that whoever else. I'm sure he was great friends with anybody that was doing a bunch of heroin at that point. So, yeah, I think him, Lanigan, Staley, they all hung out together and stuff. But Hame becomes touring guitarist for the Screaming Trees.
Right.
And that's kind of how, I don't want to say it helps. It doesn't really kickstart his career, because the Screaming Trees are one of the more infamously criminally underrated bands to come out of that era. But that was kind of what made him get successfully into that scene, which then made him realize he could start his own thing again. Enter Gamma Ray, which does an EP in '96, only to find out that it's like a German synthwave band already has.
That's why I said Gamma Ray is fitting for me, because I know Gamma Ray. They're a German like power metal band. They're fucking awesome.
Who deserves the name Gamma Ray more? Queens of the Stone Age,
they've had it for a while. They had a history with it, so it's okay. Dead dibs.
Rachel, who are you a bigger fan of, Gamma Ray or Caius?
Gamma Ray, the German version, or because the German version.
So yeah, at that point, that's kind of when Gamma Ray becomes Queens of the Stone Age. There are a couple different. Did you guys get the couple different stories or any of the stories of where that name came from?
Wasn't the producer? That's what he called was Queens of the Stone
Yeah.
Age. There's a quote. I
Yeah,
have
they
a
were
quote.
they were making an EP with him. He was like, "You guys are like Queens or like Kings of the Stone Age," but Hallmay was like, "No, Kings of the Stone Age sounds too fucking masculine." It sounded like
says kings would be too macho. The kings of the Stone Age wear armor and have axes and wrestle. The queens of the Stone Age hang out with the kings of the Stone Age's girlfriends when they wrestle.
Yeah.
Rock should be heavy enough for the boys and sweet enough for the girls. That way everyone's happy and it's more of a party. Kings of the Stone Age is too lopsided. That's a very that goes back to what we were talking about with him before. He's very balanced. Like he's a wise. He's like Gandalf of alternative rock. Yeah.
He's like which one was the fuck up but not total fuck up Hobbit? Mary?
Was it Mary?
Mary or who was the other one?
Pippin.
Come on, Rach.
I don't know.
Pippin?
Those all sound like Hobbit names.
All I know is that he was called Fool of a Took. So, because I remember that.
I don't remember which one is which.
You're the worst of the nerds, Evil.
True.
Evil, how much do you wish they would have been Kings of the Stone Age and done whatever that music was? Because that sounds right up your alley.
That sounds, yeah, it does, actually.
Actually.
I'll have to think on that one. But that sounds more like stoner metal than stoner rock, which I'm for. I'm all for. I'm pro metal.
Well, after that, it's really just Hallmay being Hallmay. And there are band members that come and go, and we'll talk about that as we talk about the albums. But it's, this started much like Foo Fighters started. Grohl just, starts doing his own thing, right? He writes his own album and then lets people join. Obviously, it's much different because the Foo Fighters became an actual band that when they're not fucking dying, they're staying together.
Yeah.
And hey, that's rock and roll. And Hallmay doesn't seem to be. Hallmay seems attracted to the wandering spirit, the Mark Lanigans of the world, the people that they're not going to be in your fucking band forever, but while they're there, they're going to be fucking rad.
Yeah, and they're maybe a little cracked and broken, and that creates tension that awesome music comes out of.
Yes. Are they going to show up to record this album? Are they actually going to be at this tour date? Well, I guess we'll find out. Personal influence. Rachel, this is more, you've said in the past on the podcast that it's mostly your music that your household listens to because you are a alpha.
Yes.
And you insist. But obviously if they're your husband's favorite band, you must they must play in your house on occasion, or maybe you heard like Go With the Flow on the radio a long time ago or something.
Yeah, like I said, the little bit of music that Trevor has played that is his music, I have absolutely, even at the concert, there were songs where I was like, yeah, I've heard this one for sure before. So there was, going over all of these albums, there were a handful of songs, one or two on each album that I had heard already before. So I had a little bit of experience, not a ton.
But so your biggest personal influence could be a giant personal influence would be the concert.
Yeah, 100%.
Give me your rank concerts you've seen. Like, where would this stand? Would this be Mount Rushmore? Would this be top 10? Where would that concert be?
I would put this one, plug your ears, most of my audience, right above Taylor Swift.
She froze, right?
As far as...
I was like, man, she is deep in thought.
Yeah, no. Taylor Swift her concert was amazing. She's a great entertainer.
It's a great number 4 to have.
Even all the dads and the boyfriends and husbands that were drug along to the concert were admittedly like, that was a good concert. This was on another level. It was just, easily hands down the best concert I've ever been to.
Shit.
By
so number 1.
Miles. Oh yeah.
Wow. All right.
Have you been to better?
That is
Now I'm curious.
I think it's the greatest concert I've ever seen in my life. The only thing that comes close, and it's just as, not that it wasn't amazing, it was just as much sentimental, but I saw Alice in Chains on the Dirt Tour. And it was probably the first real concert I'd ever been to as a kid. And my dad bought me a leather jacket to go and an Alice in Chains shirt. It was just like, God was like, son, You shall forever worship this heroin addict. And my life has
Yeah.
never been the same since. So, but
That's fair.
I mean, one of the things that Evil and I talked about, not just how unbelievable the arrangements were and everything, and the artists and everything, but the fucking sound quality in that theater
It
of
was
that
amazing.
concert.
Yeah.
You would think that you would think that was like their 5th show in that theater, and they had like been
They had
working
everything
that sound
dialed.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it was
And with the
nuts.
orchestra, like those were musicians from the city, so it's not like they had been playing together for more than a handful of
No.
days. That's
fucking
insane.
unreal. Evil, what about you? They're old enough to where were you did you know Caius before you knew Queens of the Stone Age, or was it an after the fact? Like, where does
that's a good
Queen's
question.
story start?
I don't know if I knew of Caius before, or it may have been right in kind of the same time frame, but I became a fan shortly after Rated R was released.
Okay. Yeah.
And that might have been about the time I found Caius as well. Maybe even through like Queens of the Stone Age and like learning more about them. I don't remember. It's all
I mean, I feel like most people our age, that's how they found Queens, right? As they heard something like Go With the Flow on the radio and were like, well, fuck, what is this? And
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't even, was Go With the Flow rated R, or was that Songs for the Deaf?
That's Songs for the Deaf.
Songs for the Deaf. Fine. Never mind.
But that's a 2-year window, so it's not like that far apart. And I think I found Rated R not right when it dropped. So maybe 2001. It was pretty close before Songs for the Deaf came out.
Where really? I don't remember this at all because I just wasn't listening or paying attention anymore. But was MTV still showing things like Queens of the Stone Age?
Not Rated R, but yeah, for sure. Songs for the Deaf, like No One Knows.
No One Knows.
Yeah, that video I remember.
Gotcha.
Yep.
It's weird. I don't remember when I started listening to Queens of the Stone Age. I know that it was radio because of radio play. I know that it was because of something like a No One Knows or Little Sister or something like that. Seeing them like do Little Sister on SNL with fucking Pharrell playing cowbell. That's
yes.
Yeah, it is.
We're all like just kind of ignoring that he was there.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if he's involved with anything, you just have to ignore him. Otherwise, you're gonna break.
You're gonna die. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember when. It's funny. They are one of those bands that when I started studying, when I decided, before the concert, by the way, when I decided we needed to cover Queens of the Stone Age, that I was feeling like I was really going to have to dive in. And then I go down to my records and I'm like, wait, I own like 5 fucking Queens of the Stone Age records. So I'm clearly a fucking fan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because I hadn't gotten into their new stuff very much, like the vampire trilogy, whatever you want to call it, the villains and Clockwork, and then the album. We did cover their newest album a couple years ago on the pod, which I kind of got to. I'm glad that we got to
Me too.
check out.
Yeah,
because it's better than I had
lukewarm
remembered.
on it back then, and it's better than that.
Are you a pretty big fan, Rach?
Of that album?
Yeah.
I re-listened to it just to see what we all had said on it and thought we were all pretty lukewarm is right. I wouldn't say we were harsh, but we were a little judge of it for not the right reasons.
6, 7.
6, 7.
Exactly.
I've pulled out a couple of good 6, 7s on my vacation, by the way. I'm pretty proud of it.
Oh, that's what she said.
I have, yes, I have, I've stolen it from the kids and I'm using it and it's fun. I think we all need to do that.
That's the way you diffuse that bullshit, is you appropriate it. And then it's
really
not cool
is.
anymore.
It really is. If there's anything that we've learned through the Americas in the last 20 years, it's that appropriation works.
Yes.
That's right.
Let's take a break and we will talk some more Queens of the Stone Age. Either you need a break. Evil, I don't know if I want to ask you this yet.
Ooh, do it. Ask me.
Or wait. It's clear that with the amount of times that you've dropped the album Rated R in our podcast talks,
I thought
it's
damn it.
been an influence to you.
I've felt like I held my cards a little closer to the vest than I have. But apparently not.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of the band. And from 2 eras, and one is when Rated R and Songs for the Deaf were like released.
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was like initially like, oh, this band's fucking awesome. And then later when I was doing the kettlebell thing in the gym, I found that like I would like just pick a band and set a radio station on Pandora or whatever to a band to pull in stuff. Foo Fighters worked really well. Queens of the Stone Age pulled in the best selection of music of anything else. And I found so much shit because of it. Royal Blood, Rival Sons, Death from Above, 1979.
Yeah.
Like all of these albums were from like Queens of the Stone Age being the nucleus of setting a radio station. And because of that, I was listening to their stuff a lot more in that era too. So there was a bit of a lull in between. But yeah, they're fucking great. I don't know what else to say. It's like there are very few bands that have such a wide radius of related artists that I like.
What was it about their music? You're talking about blasting kettlebells to this shit. What was it about their music that makes you shit kettlebell?
Well, largely it was broadly accepted by everybody that's not me. Like if it was me, it would be fucking unearthed and God forbid and shit like that all day long. But, you know, when you're in a gym full of normal people, fucking normies, you have to cater. And this was acceptable. Like everyone, like you said, like you never heard anyone say, yeah, that band sucks. Like everyone's like, yeah, this is pretty good. Even if you're not into rock, you can kind of, they're just undeniably good.
Undeniably good.
Mm-hmm.
I would. What was your season 5 phrase? Evil? Is that what it was? They're undeniable. There was a phrase that you said a lot in season 5.
Maybe.
They are, what was it? They're that thing. They're the thing that you said a lot in season 5. Maybe it was undeniable. They're undeniable.
Undeniable. It's undeniably
that?
undeniable. I'd say
undeniably.
I probably say that a lot. I grasp onto words and use them over and over and over again.
No, you usually have a good phrase a year that you use.
Just one.
It's like the ones and the N ones.
Yeah. Oh, these are an N of one band. This is an N of one band.
And one.
And
I like the mixtape. Let's talk lyrics. Our resident lyric face. Did anything grab you? It's fun. Hame is much more of he's much more into fun wordplay than he is actually writing a song that fucking means anything.
Right.
He likes fun sentences and things like the names of his songs are very, what's the word?
Cheeky?
Cheeky.
Cheeky's a good word. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's bits that make sense and go together, but you're right in that it's like he picks things that sound
Clever.
good together.
Emotion sickness.
Yeah.
Stuff like, oh, that's clever.
I do.
He wants people to listen to him and be like, oh, that's clever.
Yeah. But I appreciate that he does that because I feel like a lot of very talented bands and musicians in general just don't give a fuck about lyrics and they're just like, nobody's going to listen to lyrics anyway. And he writes like people are actually listening, which is nice.
Were there any lines that stick out?
Yes, which I could find when we get into those albums and songs. I can't think of anything on a top of my head.
Oh, you just clipped it onto the thing, huh?
Yeah, I just put them within the...
That's rude.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I only have 18 pages to go through.
Did any lines stick with you, or
you know me? That's might as well.
I do know you. That's why I said or.
I prefer listening.
Fucks in short supply. That's one that he said.
But that's a good one.
Haunted head like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Apologies to Josh.
Ooh.
Mark Lanigan can sing anything, and it's going to sound fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So saw you lying there on the marble slab. I mean, best trip I've ever had. Come on.
That's good though.
That song's great. That's a great song.
It is a good song.
Yeah. So I really, really like his fucking lyrics, particularly. I don't know. Do I want to cover this now? Yes. So one of the albums that we're not going to cover, we're covering all their albums a little bit, some of them more than others. But when we get to Era Vulgaris, we are not covering it. And we're not covering it because in the next episodes, we're doing DL's 10 out of 10s. That is the album that I picked as my 10 out of 10. I'll tell you why I picked it in like 2 episodes. But one of the reasons that I'm a huge fan of that album is there are some incredible lyrics on that album. The whole song of Turnin' on the Screw from Era Vulgaris is fucking amazing, but lines that stand out. You want a reason? How about because you ain't a has-been if you never was? That's one of my favorite lyrics ever. And then what's the one about a square? Fuck. What is it? Why can't I remember it? The world is round, my square don't fit at all. I love that. Basically that whole fucking song is Diamonds and Pearls, Prince trademarked. And I guess we'll talk a little bit about lyrics later because our resident lyric head doesn't have any for us. We'll get there, ladies and
I'm sure
gentlemen.
she has plenty.
It's her first time back in a long time. She's out of practice. Be nice.
I didn't get an outline.
Let's talk about musicianship, shall we?
Oh my God.
So first off, Hame cheats, but that's okay. If you're if you can cheat, right? Like if you can say, if Dave Grohl comes to you and saying, your last album was the perfect rock album, please God, let me drum for you. That's cheating. Yeah. Yeah. So I gotta say, I wouldn't have said it before that concert, but their current lineup is fucking crazy talented.
Very.
Like, as in, I mean, I would have said that, but as far as my favorite Queens of the Stone Age lineup, I think just because the concert we saw, I have to say that it's their current lineup. The only thing, I think you guys probably see where this is going, the only thing that it's never going to be the same is because Mark Lanigan's not there.
Right.
Mark Lanigan was the secret weapon for anybody that had Mark Lanigan.
Yeah.
Especially for a band like this. That was it. So I was watching the Live at the Catacombs thing because right after I got it for about 8 people for Christmas because I was so fucking excited about the concert. About 2 weeks later, they're like, hey, we're putting it all on streaming for free everywhere. Fucking dicks. Yeah. But the first comment on the YouTube thing is, imagine what Mark Lanigan's voice would have sounded like down there.
Oh my God.
My God.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not fair. You, Evil, is there any certain guitarist, where are you at with Hame's guitar playing?
Do I give away
he
my
hates it. You can see it in his eyes. He hates it.
No, I don't hate it. I think it's one of the things that interested me about him early on is how guarded he was of his equipment, his pedal board. He used obscure guitars. He masked. He wouldn't talk about tunings very much. He's like, I work hard on my sound, and I'm not sharing that with people. I like that about him. It was some mystery.
Me too. Turns out it's like a fucking $45 PV amp, but hey.
Whatever works.
Right. You know, I heard a line recently. I'm going to butcher it, but it went something like this. If you want to be successful, really successful at music, you either have to have chops, you have to have great songs, or you have to have great ideas. And I don't know what his chops are like. I don't know if he can shred, but he can play guitar really fucking well. He has great songs and great ideas. And that can take you a long way when applied correctly.
Some would think that it's more important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not those if your god and master is Eddie Van Halen, you're not going to agree with that. But
I disagree. I don't think I'm not going to go down a Eddie Van Halen rabbit hole, but I don't think what made Eddie great was his chops. It was his application creatively of whatever his chops were. He wasn't playing like Yngwie Malmsteen level shit.
He could have. Nick Oliveri was an earlier on constant for them, and I think even though he didn't stay on because they got rid of him the same time that they got rid of Lanigan because he just couldn't stop fucking doing heroin. But Nick brought
also because he domestic violence.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the reason.
I didn't see that.
That's why he's out of the band.
And I didn't see that. Yep. All I saw was that he got kicked out about the same time as Lanigan, and I just figured they were doing heroin together.
I mean, I think substance abuse probably contributed to
didn't help
his worst.
Wow.
Worst transgressions.
I'm glad that you guys caught that.
Yeah. Well, I knew that back then. I remember when it happened.
He just hit his wife or something?
Yeah, girlfriend.
Okay. Well.
And he had done it before, and Josh was like, if you ever do that again, you're out of the band, which he did again.
That's a stern slap on the wrist.
And then,
that surprises me because Hame seems like the type that would fucking Hame, the older school, like the 90s guys. There were a couple guys, if you read the books, you read Lanigan's books, or you read the books for Cornell, a lot of them say that the two honest badasses, like the two guys that would just throw down and could beat the shit out of pretty much everybody back then, were Hame and Lanigan. Nobody nobody would fuck with them,
Yeah.
which kind of turned into the.
I
No,
got
go
a
ahead.
question for you after this.
Well, it kind of turned into that. Turned into, and it's funny because he's done stuff with both these guys now in Casablancas from the Strokes and Jack White, who are also, you know, guys that like to get drunk and fight.
Yeah.
But it just surprised me because it surprised me that Halme gave him like a warning, that he didn't just kick the shit out of him and kick him out of the fucking band.
Yeah.
I think it's because they've known each other forever. They were like, they grew up together and were in Caius together. And I think just history, he's like, it's his guy. He's like, dude,
bro from another Mo. Yeah.
Before I forget, who would win in a fight, Josh or Jack White? And when can we see that on pay-per-view?
I was just going to say, the only reason I would say Jack White is because Halme has had hardcore surgery. Halme is walking on
he's
about
compromised.
30% of a knee.
Yeah.
Like, one good leg shot, he's fucking out, man.
Jack
How about
White is 6'2"?
Yeah,
Jack White's
he's
big.
dude.
Dang,
Yeah.
I did
He's
not
a
know
brawler.
that.
He's from fucking Detroit too. He's a brawler.
Right.
He might fuck Halme up. He's from Detroit, dude.
Who knew?
Like,
Okay.
Halme was like doing acid in the desert. Jack White was fucking fighting kids on the street of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Jack White, dude.
No.
Personally.
No.
Well, Josh
got-
Homme, he's 6'4".
Yeah.
He
He's got a
does.
little bit
Who's
more
got
of a
the
Josh
reach?
stretch.
Halme's got reach. He does
Yeah.
have the reach advantage.
6'4".
How
Yeah.
tall was Lanigan?
This is a fun game.
I feel like he was tall too.
I feel like Lanigan would beat the shit out of all of them.
You might be right.
This is fun. I like this
Yeah.
conversation.
Mark Lanigan was 6'2" as well. So
Okay.
they're all some tall boys.
Yeah. The only thing I do know is that all of these hair metal guys that were thinking they were tough, once these guys
dude.
came
Look at
along, yeah.
I'll show you.
Like to hear Axl Rose try to talk shit to Josh Halme, see how that
would
goes.
be bad news.
There is a story about one of the Oasis brothers, I forget which one, but being at a festival tour with Screaming Trees and that brother talking mad shit to Mark Lanigan while he had like 3 bodyguards around him, and Lanigan was like, the second that you don't have your bodyguards around, I am going to fuck you up so bad. No shit, he left the fucking tour. He left
Smart.
the tour.
Smart.
Yeah, I would too. A story that he probably denies. Let's see, what else we want to do here is this is actually a good question. Rachel, to you, is there an obvious best period of the Queens of the Stone Age?
I was trying to explain this to Trevor earlier today in that they feel like, and not that I'm at this level with Queens yet, but like they feel like children, like my children, to where there's aspects of each of them that are great. And having had experience in previous bands, it's not like their debut album was garbage or something that needed to be worked on. It was just finding their sound. They're all, all 2 of them, very talented boys. Like they knew what they were doing. And so I really struggled, first of all, finding a favorite out of like the top 4 that I wanted, and then trying to arrange them. I got the bottom 2 were easy-ish for me.
Me too.
But
the bottom one was very easy for me.
Trying to put them in any sort of order was really rough because he knows how to pick musicians. And so it's not like that you of course have the standout of Mark Lanigan, and you have standout of Dave Grohl is just the best drummer and such an aggressive, knows what he's doing drummer. But he picks good musicians, and there's nothing that stands out as bad or is less than in any of the albums. And so there's not one that stands out as
I'm mad
really
I
good.
started with you because that is a perfect run into our next topic, but I want to go to Evil first because Evil seems like it'd be a dumb question for you with how much you love Rated R, which means I guarantee that you also very much love Songs for the Deaf. But any surprises here as far as, did you start getting into their newer stuff and being like, oh, wait a minute, or like I don't know how familiar you were with their first album. Any surprises there as far as obvious best period for you?
Yes, and
it's a great improv.
in listening to the whole catalog, I feel like there are 4 distinct eras. There's the Caius era, which the first album is kind of a Caius album. It's like it's like 50-50. It's like 50% Caius, 50% what Queens of the Stone Age were going to be in the next 10 years or so. And then you have I'll just call it the Lanigan Oliveri era. Then you have, I'm going to call it the Eagles of Death Metal-y era.
Another perfect intro to our next topic. I love it.
Right. And then I'm going to call the current era the adult era. Like he's had, he's sober, allegedly.
Been through
He's
it.
gone
He's
through
sober.
surgeries.
Boring.
He's like almost died, and he's like, and the band has been, it's the same lineup since like 2013-ish. So this is like we're an adult band now era. So of those, I mean, spoiler alert, my favorite is the Oliveri Lanigan /
So no surprises.
Grohl era. I mean,
yeah.
I think that it's hard to beat that lineup, man.
It's really
difficult to beat.
You guys did, so those were perfect answers to those questions, because that leads to my next topic. What is Jaime's obsession with birds, and which bird is better, the vulture or the eagle? Which side project do you like more, Eagles of Death Metal or Them Crooked Vultures? And Eagles of Death Metal, I don't know if this is true, but one of the stories I heard about their name that I fucking love is that Jaime and Jesse were in, Jesse, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on his name? Jesse Hughes? Yeah. They were in a bar and Winds of Change by Scorpion started playing, and some drunk dude yelled, "That's fucking death metal." And Jaime was like, "That's the fucking Eagles of Death Metal." And that's how they got the name Eagles of Death Metal. I don't know how they got them Crooked, but yeah. Rachel, have you listened to Eagles of Death Metal or Them Crooked Vultures?
I did not listen to the side project stuff.
Good news, Rach. You would. Oh, actually, you're not going to be, spoilers for everybody. We're not going to have to go too far into Them Crooked Vultures because we are covering their album this year.
Woohoo!
You're welcome, motherfuckers. Because if that was in this whole thing, I would probably have a different number one than I have right now. I worship that fucking album.
That's
Evil,
right.
what about you? Are you a Eagles of Death Metal fan? Are you a Them Crooked Vultures fan?
Yes, to both, for different
Sweet.
reasons. Eagles of Death Metal they're a fun project. It's some great songs. They would be great live. Them Crooked Vultures is like it's its own thing. It's not like we're a band, we're a something that exists long term. It's like we got together and made this fucking awesome album. And
it's like three immortal rock gods got together and said, "Hey, let's make an album together."
Right.
And it was good. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Have you kept up, or are you aware of any of the happenings of when Hughes basically lost his fucking mind after? Well, first of all, you guys know that they were the band playing at that Paris Attack club, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the one where like 90 people got killed, the terrorist group, it was what I can't half-ass this. We got to look up
in France.
Yeah. I think it was in Paris. It was the Bala something.
You'll look it up and find it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Shit. I need to stop trying to say it like I'm... Well, understandably, he kind of lost his fucking mind after it happened, and he started saying really stupid shit, and he really hurt the band's popularity.
Yeah. Bataclan. Le Bataclan.
Bataclan. The Bataclan attack in 2015.
I'm sure that's how the French say it, too.
Yeah, sorry, French, we're gonna butcher it. But yeah, killed about 90 fans, and this is the Eagles of Death Metal were playing. They went back and played again, but then Hughes started going on podcasts and saying that like it was an inside job, and he started talking shit about like gun laws and stuff like that. And in Paris, which he's not from fucking France, so whose business? It was just, he said all the wrong things. He did later come out and admit, he was like, dude, I was at a fucking... My concert was attacked by terrorists. I'm fucked up in the head. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like
I gotta give him
the
PTSD benefit of the doubt. Like that doesn't mean anything that he says is correct or should be said, but
no. But he said a lot of dumb shit. He did apologize for it, but yeah. It is a very interesting rabbit hole if any of you want to go down it. I'm kind of surprised you didn't find that, Rach, because you would have studied it for a very long time, I think.
Yeah, I got distracted enough. I'm glad I didn't find that.
Good.
Honestly. Studying for me takes so much longer than a normal person because it's
Evil, have you heard because there is the Caius Queens of the Stone Age EP. There's they did like a double-sided EP of both bands.
No,
I haven't either. I would like to hear that. What am I not thinking of as far as live albums, side albums? So fucking Hame's producing. You've talked about like the random, what was it? I think it was when we found Broilermaker by Royal Blood.
Right.
And that was the first time I think Hame has an obvious sound.
Yes.
That it's almost like 9 Inch Nails, where you will hear 30 seconds of a song and be like, did Josh Homme have a fucking hand in this? You know what I mean? What can you think of? I didn't look any of this up. Can you think off the top of your head of what else that he
So
did?
One thing that like blew me away, I'm like, holy shit, and of course, cross-pollination with the band Fu Manchu covered Godzilla, the song Godzilla.
Rad.
And he was one of the producers on it and played the lead solo on it. And I'm like,
oh,
you're
really?
fucking kidding me. Yeah. But that's like cross-pollination with the Desert Sessions and Caius and yeah.
Oh my God. So so there is an album by a band called CRX, which is kind of a digipunk power garage sort of band. CRX. It's the album New Skin. I've loved it for a long time. He fucking produced it. Came out in 2016. I had no idea.
He Run the Jewels. He did shit with Run the Jewels.
He did shit with Run the Jewels. Yes.
I was like, what? His discography it's bananas. The two things that like blew me away are the discography, his discography, and all of the rabbit trails I could go down from the Desert Sessions and all of the musicians involved there. I'm just like, I mean, and that's just the beginning. Like going through the albums, like I want to say it now before I forget, but when we get to Rated R, like fucking Rob Halford sang background vocals on
Rob Halford, Jack Black's on it.
Dude. I'm just like, what?
And I love the intro. Jack Black's even like, I don't even know why you're having me on this fucking album. You can hear him say that.
Like Matt Cameron was touring drummer in the very beginning.
Matt Cameron played, I think he played their first ever live show because their drummer couldn't go.
Yes.
It's just every name of every name.
That when I came up with the spiritual successor to the grunge movement thesis, and then I just started finding more and more and more evidence, like Ben Shepherd, part of the Desert Sessions, the Lanigan, obviously playing with Grohl, obviously Matt Cameron tie-in. It's just over and over and over again. I kept finding more and more ties to that era of music and the musicians, and that's just one piece. Like Trent Reznor, he toured on keys with them for a while. It's just like, what the you got to be kidding me. He
was gonna be on Songs for the Deaf, but he just couldn't. He didn't have time to do it.
Right. It's
crazy,
bonkers.
This, and we didn't really touch on it yet. We can kind of end the episode with this, but the whole Desert Sessions, Desert Rock, doing an album in Joshua Tree sort of thing in the early 2000s, that became kind of what the coolest of the cool rock and roll was. Like it went from to that kind of Palm Springs thing. People were driving down from San Francisco and recording at the Joshua Tree studio session, all that sort of shit. Mm-hmm. That was, you didn't get more cool than that. And it kind of went that way for like a fucking decade.
Yeah. Well, some of the people that collaborated are just insane.
I don't even know what you call it. Psychedelic desert rock? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is Queens of the Stone Age? I'm making it, you have to answer.
They're the spiritual successor to the grunge movement. That's what I said. Have you not been listening?
Desert. You know what I bet Hame would love? Desert stoner grunge. I hope he hears this and hears that. I don't think he likes labels.
He's going to be so mad when he hears this.
He's going to love it so much. Hey, fuck you, Hame. We paid money and went and saw you in New Orleans.
And it was amazing.
We
all loved it. We cried.
50-50 shot there for a while. Like, is he going to slice somebody's neck? Is he going to slice his own? What's the fuck's going on here? That's not real. Nope, that's totally real.
That was an artistic choice.
Yeah. I did read that he had cut the shit out of himself at one of the concerts.
Really? I believe that.
Yeah.
That's what knives do.
Getting a little
loosey-goosey with that cleaver.
Hey, look, No shit. It was a thought in the concert. I was like, dude, because we had found out mid-show that it was the last show of the tour. And I was like, dude, with all the stuff that Jaime's gone through, he's playing around with this fucking cleaver right now. Like, we don't know what the fuck's going to happen at the end of the
Right.
show.
Yeah.
He has said, I did listen to a podcast. Bill Burr had Jaime on his podcast a couple years ago, or not even that, like 6-7 months ago. It was great.
6, 7.
But he is, God damn it. But he did say that he really does want to die on stage. So, hey,
God.
we could have seen it.
Let's buy
Ladies
tickets.
and gentlemen, that is part 1 of Queens of the Stone Age. We are going to go through their albums one by one next week. Be excited. What are your favorites? What should our rankings be? Let us know. Evil season 6. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Always ready. Rachel,
Yeah.
season 6. You get to take it a little bit easy, but you still have to show up now and then.
I know.
You okay with it?
Yeah. It'll be
Okay.
fun.
I would go as far as saying I'm ready for both 6 and 7.
Season 6 and season 7. We love you. Good
This
night
guy.
and good luck. All right. You guys need 5, 10, 5 minutes?
5's good.
Is 5 good?
About 6,
Sweet.
7 minutes.
47?